Has Jackie Rohr lost his effing mind? There are no effing sides. City on a Hill. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys, happy Sunday. This is the City on a Hill after show. I am your girl, Nakia Monet, and I'm here solo dolo, but it's okay because I'm going to do what I do best. Hold it down. Hi, guys. What a crazy effing episode. And I'm saying effing a lot because the F word is in the title. There are no effing signs. We can't drop the F word, but if it was Jackie Rohr, you know what it would mean. Let's see. We have a special segment for you guys later on, a little Boston segment coming for you, and I will have some predictions, so that should be fun. And also, thank you guys so much for joining me. I noticed you guys in the comments. Love you guys for hanging out. Shout out to the Bostonian fans and the people who are from Boston. Even if you're not from Boston and you love the show, we love you. Thank you so much. Let's get this party started. So here we are on City on the Hill. This is episode 7. Guys, we have 3 more episodes left, which means, shout out to the bars. What's up, Ryan? Shout out to my producer, Ryan, and my amazing engineer. We have 3 more episodes left. We're kind of getting to the nitty gritty. We're starting to get some answers, but it's not pretty. So let's get it started. Michaela, the reporter. So Michaela has been snooping around. According to a lot of people, she's not the nicest person to them because she's actually doing her job. She's been trying to figure out some answers, and she's asking a lot of questions about Jackie Rohr. Who is Jackie Rohr? Why is he always in trouble? Why is no one questioning him? She's hitting the prosecution office really hard, and randomly, Michaela is beaten up and pushed down a flight of stairs, and now homegirl is in a coma. It's really sad. I felt really sad because though I like Michaela, but she was a little annoying, but I got it because as a Boston, any news reporter, you have to do your job, and it's not a pretty job. You have to go after people you may not want to go after. So I think she had a tough job. Remember, this is 1990. So it's probably a little bit more tougher, but homegirl was about her business. She did what she had to do. The young woman detective, I keep forgetting her name, but she is a little bit interesting because she finds it interesting that Michaela was asking all these questions about Jackie. And Jackie is not everybody's favorite person. He rubs people the wrong way, especially the prosecution office. So she tracked our girl Michaela down and got her notes. And I feel like that's going to be something that's going to be its own thing because they're trying to figure out Jackie and why he is where he is and why he's actually successful, because when you get to know Jackie, though he's doing his job, he's doing a dirty job at it. So I think there's some people who are going to want to take him down. But we love Kevin Bacon and we love his character as Jackie. Before I go forward, I do have a little message for you guys. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in and thank you guys for supporting AfterBuzz TV. We have so many different channels, from reality to sci-fi to drama. I believe this is a drama, to red carpets and all that good stuff. But make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up. And now we are on Spotify and we're also on iTunes. So make sure you guys give us a 5 stars because we would greatly appreciate it. You guys are the best fans ever. And without you guys, we would be nothing. We would be nowhere. So thank you guys so much. And make sure you leave us a comment and I will shout you guys out. Thank you guys for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. You guys are the best. Speaking about not such a good situation, young Benny, who is Jackie's daughter, 16 years old. We learned that she's hanging out with Clay, and Clay was Jackie's informant. And, Clay and Jackie did not leave on such good terms because they both said some threatening things to each other. But we now know that Clay set up young Benny where she was beaten, possibly raped. She was in a coma. But now she's coming home from the hospital, and we learned that she's a little ashamed. She didn't want her mom to kind of judge her, and dad had to go pick her up. And it's a tough situation because Jackie doesn't know yet who did this to his daughter. I'm afraid to find out. Sorry, guys. My mic got unplugged for a little bit. Okay, I think I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. My mic was unplugged. I think I got super excited talking about...
I think you got a little excited there.
I got too excited talking about Jackie and Kevin Bacon. He's one of my favorite actors. But young Benny, she is in a tough situation. I'm afraid... What I was saying before I unplugged my own mic, I'm too crazy. I'm afraid to know what's going to happen when Jackie finds out because as we see in this episode, he does not play any games when he threatens you, and it's not a good thing. So it's good to see Benny, but her mom is trying really hard. We see her mom is trying to develop this relationship, and they don't have the best relationship. So hopefully, they come around and they can figure some things out. Mr. Decourcey is trying his hardest to figure out where are these bodies? Where are the 3 guards that are dead? We got to find the bodies. He doesn't know that Jackie is working with Jimmy, of course, his informant, which is a little shady because Jimmy is the brother of Frankie and they set this up themselves. But Jimmy has working with Jackie for a greater purpose, according to himself. And we'll talk about that a little later. But Decourcey is trying his hardest to figure out who killed those 3 guards. He sits down with Hook and he's like, look, I need some names. If not, I'm taking you to trial. And Hook gives him some names. But at first, it's a little weird because the names are these 2 college kids who are in Jamaican Plain in JP. 2 white college kids who look like little dweebs, but they're actually the ones selling guns. But we know the guns don't come from them. They actually come from a deeper source. And Decourcey's a little worried because as he tells his boss, he's like, look, if these kids were black, if these kids were anybody else, they would be sent up to Walpole right now. But because they're white, their parents are on the board, the dad did something for the city, we don't charge them. But because of them, and they're bringing guns into the city of Boston, there's young kids being killed every day. So it's one of those things where they bring attention to the bigger problem, because it is a bigger problem in a lot of cities that we do live in the United States where, I think NWA and Eazy-E said it best, and Ice Cube said it best, like, we're not bringing the guns into the city. We're not bringing the drugs into the country. Other people are. So I thought that was a really cool situation to see these 2 college kids who had their fridge full of money and guns. And it's normally like that. Like, it's like the kids that go to, like, NYU and they're, like, selling bricks of cocaine from their dorm room. You got, like, 2 rich kids just selling guns. Why? I don't know. But the team, they do make an arrest and they figure some things out. So we will see where that takes us. Kenickie. Kelly Kenickie's name keeps coming up and we all know why. Unfortunately, Kenickie was murdered, and as the story keeps coming forward, we learn that it was probably Frankie, it was probably Jimmy who killed him, but unfortunately, young Kit witnessed this, and she's been having horrible nightmares. So Kelly Kenickie's name come up, and we meet Kelly Kenickie's wife, and we meet his son Miles, and it looks like Kit is still having a hard time with his death, and she has a little altercation with the son Miles where she pulls a knife on him, and there's a lot of questioning going on where now the Boston police is involved, where now they're asking a lot of questions where it can be a little tricky for Jimmy and Frankie because of Kit going to therapy, and the therapist is asking questions like, did she witness a death? Has there been a death in the family? It's going to be a little tricky. And we don't know what she's going to say or what she's going to do, but she's actually starting to show signs of a little aggression and a little violence, and that's because of her horrible nightmare. So that's a little scary. I feel so bad for Kit, but I did like that she tried to reach out to Miles and try to show him love, and Miles was very disrespectful. Though she pulled a knife out on him, I was like, okay, Miles, you need to relax. We're not calling little girls B words. But of course, he's also mourning the death of his father, and he has no idea, neither does his wife, has no idea who took part in the death of Kelly Kenickie. And I don't think that's going to be the last time that we hear about Kelly. I'll talk more about it in predictions, and I'll tell you what I think is actually going to happen. Jimmy finally sees his daughters. Jimmy, so what I said at the top of the show, Jimmy's been doing everything for a greater purpose according to himself, where, the saying is you never go against the family. And unfortunately, Jimmy's going against his family, his brother, his blood, the guy who's been holding him down. Jimmy's an informant and he's working with Jackie and he's telling all the secrets. But to him, he's like, I'm doing this for my daughters, and that's all that's important to him. And we learned that his ex, the mother of his children, have kept them away and they're in Florida. And when they come back up, he finally gets to see his 2 daughters, and we know that he's doing everything for a greater purpose. So it's unfortunate because he's throwing his brother under the bus and, your own blood. Who does that? It reminds me of like New Jack City. Like, am I my brother's keeper? You actually are. But to him, it's for his little girl. So it's a weird situation that Jimmy is going to be in. And we see Jimmy in a weird situation at the end of this. But our guy Frankie is looking to do another big bust, which sucks because Jimmy is working with the cops to bring his brother down, but he's also egging on his brother like, yo, let's do another break. Let's get these guns. Let's do some more robbing. Let's just kill people. And it sucks because listen, Frankie ain't no angel. They ain't no angels, but to have your brother kind of gas you up and be like, let's do this. But meanwhile, he's working with the police to try to get you arrested. So that's a little shady, Boots. But it was cool because we got to see Jimmy with his kids. Unfortunately, Jimmy is not having a good time with Jackie. I feel like when Jackie is pushed against the wall, he will do anything, absolutely anything. He will threaten you. He would kill your kids, probably. He speaks with Jimmy and he lets him know, like, look, I need more information from you. I need to know where these 3 bodies are and you're not giving me anything. And Jimmy's like, look, I'm good. I gave you everything that I could. I don't want to do this with you anymore because I think it's hitting Jimmy like, yo, this is your family that you're turning against. Like, what are you doing? And Jackie pretty much tells him like, okay, don't worry. All those little threats you're sending me, I got you. So Jackie sets him up, and has a hitman who I believe is one of the detectives try to kill young Jimmy, but Frank takes care of it as the big brother always does and kills him. But all along, Jimmy was being set up. So Jackie set it up. He puts a dead body in his trunk. He drives, and who's behind him? Jackie. And Jackie says to him like, look, that problem in your trunk, it's all good. I need you to give me those 3 bodies, and Jimmy being afraid of his life, he's like, I need a lawyer. He's like, I don't care about that. We don't have to tell anybody. Just give me those 3 bodies and where they are. And unfortunately from Frankie, Jimmy gives up the 3 guards that they've been trying to get. And Jackie does his job without people actually knowing what he did and setting up young Jimmy, which is really, really unfortunate. This was a really good episode. It was, again, we're in episode 7, so we have 3 more episodes left, which means we're going to get to the bottom of everything. So now that we found the dead 3 guards and the 3 dead bodies, and they're linking everything up to Revere Beach, Hook, who's from the Revere bar, they're now figuring out, but also at the same time, there's something else happening, the takedown of Jackie Roar, because everyone literally hates Jackie. So I feel like, actually, you know what? Let's get into some predictions. Because I feel like I'm going to keep telling you my predictions.
TV predictions.
Yes, thank you. Because I feel like I'm going to keep speaking in prediction talk.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I'm just going to keep speaking, so I might as well give you my predictions. My predictions are, I do think there is a greater enemy, and that's Jackie Roar. And Jackie Roar, you hate to love him, and there's something you love about him, and he's a husband, he's a father, but he needs to be taken down. And I do feel like now that the young woman detective has Michaela's notes, she's going to try her hardest to take down Frankie, because Jackie, because everybody hates him. We do see Clay, who tried to take down Jackie by harming Benny, his daughter, and Jimmy, who now has something against him. And I think now, once we have the 3 bodies, it's going to be what's going to happen between Frankie and Jimmy, and I'm really interested to see that. I do think Kit is going to tell somebody. She's going to tell somebody about this murder of Kelly Kenickie. I don't know if she's going to tell little Miles, but she's going to speak to someone, and I think the family's going to definitely get in trouble. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen for Decourcey, because, again, he's just trying to get these murders and figure out, but he's also trying to do the right thing by trying to help the violence in Roxbury. And him and his wife are just trying to do the right thing for the coalition. So those are my predictions. You guys in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are predicting, and we will talk about it next Sunday, because, again, we only have 3 episodes left. Before we go out of here, I want to do another segment. So we've been doing these segments like the best of Boston, best Boston movies, Boston actors. But because I love a good bar, we all love a good bar, all Bostonians.
How you like them apples?
How you like them apples? Bostonians, we love to drink, and we love a good bar in Boston and Back Bay. So I'm going to do some of the best bars in Boston. And this is a report that came out July 2019. So this is this month. So there is a bar on Mass Ave in Cambridge called Gutso's Cuban Kitchen Bar. So if you guys ever make it to Boston, make sure you guys check that out. There is a spot on Battle Street in Cambridge called the Longfellow Bar, which looks really, really beautiful. And when I go back home, because I'm going home in a few weeks, no, I think next month I'm going home, I'm going to check it out because it looks really new. We have Alcove in Boston on Lovejoy Wharf, which is also pretty new. It looks really great. You know, Boston's getting gentrified, so we stepping it out. We have a bar called The Quiet Few on Summer Street in East Boston. I grew up in Chelsea, so Boston is my next door neighbor. We have Better Sports Social Club on Tremont Tremont Street in Boston. We have Paris Caripi at the Atrium. So we know the Atrium is a really cool place. So there's all these cool new restaurants and bars in Boston. These are places I've never heard of, and they're all pretty new. We have something on Arlington Street in Boston called Nakia, which kind of sounds like my name because my name is Nakia. This is in the Back Bay. This is kind of like Latinese Asian cuisine. We have Mat Room Tea Lounge at the Boston Public Library, which the Boston Library is pretty amazing. So I'm happy that on Boylston Street they have a bar inside. And I'll give you guys just a few more. We have Shore Leave on William E. Mullis Way in Boston. And we have the Groove at Hojoko that is on Boylston Street. So make sure you guys check that out. If you guys need more restaurants, it's at theboston.eater.com. Make sure you guys check out the new hottest bars in Boston. Thank you guys. And let me know if you check them out because I really want to check them out when I go home. This was a really good episode. I'm excited to see what comes forward and what's going to happen to Jackie Rohr. I do think Jackie is going to be taken down and it's not going to be pretty. And shout out to Kevin Bacon because he's doing an amazing job on the show, and Aldous Hodge and everyone else. We love you guys. That is it from me, kids. Thank you guys so much for taking this short ride with me. It was a really good episode. You can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom, and I will see you guys back here next Sunday for episode 8 of City on the Hill. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.